Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And for those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Amy. Today is Monday, September 9th, and I'll be shipping out my sales from over the weekend. In these videos, I go day to day and I share everything that I'm shipping out each day. So you want to be sure to watch all the way to the end because I always have interesting and unique items, and hopefully you can learn some new things to keep your eyes out for when you're out thrifting. So let's get started. The first item that sold is this snakeskin leather belt. Now, I think this is just leather that has a snakeskin print to it. Yeah, because it's just marked genuine leather. I really liked this because it had this kind of metallic look to it, but it was still neutral colors. And it's a really nice quality. The brand is Streets Ahead, which I don't know how many people are seeking out that brand in particular, but I have had it in the past and it is nice quality. So ended up selling for $26. This did take a long time to sell though, probably over a year. So I picked it up based on style, not necessarily the brand. And I paid about $3 for it. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $17.80. I think that is just fine. You guys know I love buying and selling belts, although my belt sales have not been as prevalent. I haven't been selling as many as I used to, but that's okay. I also haven't been buying as many as I used to, just because I want to move through some of the inventory I have before I buy any more. Okay, so the next sale was to one of you guys again. Thank you again, Mayra. This is your second pair of really beautiful earrings that you've purchased from me. And these are real gold earrings with cubic zirconia, little heart stones. They're super sparkly, really dainty and pretty, but still, even though they're small, they'll still really catch the light and you'll be able to see them. So these sold for $95. She made me an offer and I thought it was reasonable, so I accepted. I think it was somewhere around maybe 25% off or so. These came from that $890 estate sale haul, so I only paid $3 for them. After Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $73. I'm thrilled with that. And she said that she was really thrilled with the other pair that she bought last week or the week before. So I really hope she loves these ones as well. Okay, the next sale, I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence about, because I wanted it to sell for more. That doesn't mean it's worth more. Maybe it does, I don't know. But it is a Lucky brand leather jacket, and it is actually lambskin. So that's the main reason that I wanted to get more for it. It sold for $50. So any other, Lucky brand leather jacket, I probably would have thought $50 was a great price. But I just was hoping to get more because this was lambskin. But it had been listed close to a year or over a year. I'm not exactly sure. And I can't remember. Did I have this listed for $129 originally? I don't remember for sure. But when I had only gotten offers like this or lower. So seeing as it is the September of sales, I decided to accept that. Oh, the other reason I was hopeful that this would sell for more was because I paid up for it. I paid $18 because it was lambskin and I liked the color. But after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that still left me with a profit of $22. And, I thought about it for a minute after I got this offer, and I thought, do I want to keep it? Do I want to wear it? how much longer do I want to wait for a higher price? And all those things convinced me to just go ahead and accept the offer and move it along. And then I can use this $40, which is what my earnings were, to purchase something else that hopefully I will make a bigger profit on. And I'm just really trying to look at things like that. Okay, the next sale, this is kind of an interesting pickup. So these are men's flint and tinder pants, and they have this distressed look to them, which is intentional. I looked it up on the website to make sure that they weren't, you know, really worn. But I picked these up at a fundraiser sale. I did not look up the brand, but it looked like a good brand, and the prices were really cheap there. I only paid about $1 or $2 per item. So I decided to just give it a chance, and turns out these have a pretty good retail and a pretty good resale value. And they sold for $52 relatively quickly. Only took a couple of weeks to sell. So I think that is a great flip, and keep your eyes out for that flint and tinder men's pants. When I looked at comps, it looked like the sell-through rate was really good, meaning that there were more sold than there were listed. So I only paid about $2 for these after Posh fees and my cost of goods. That made my profit $39.60. Let's see. I think that is really a really great profit for a $2 investment and for a relatively quick flip. The next item, this is another brand to keep your eyes out for, and I had not heard of it until maybe about a year ago. I picked up some pants from this brand, and they were men's pants. Let's see, where is, oh, there we go. The brand is Stio, or Stio, S-T-I-O. And this is, it's like kind of, I don't know how to explain it. Like the fabric feels like those activewear, like hiking pants that you would get from REI, but it's a blazer. And this initially caught my eye because of this plaid interior, and I thought it might be Burberry, but it wasn't. And let's see, let me figure out where to button this up at. But then I saw that it was this brand, and I had had really good luck selling the pants from this brand in the past. So I picked it up. It ended up selling for $60. I had it priced higher than that, but initially it was because it fit my husband, and I was thinking, well, if I can't sell it for a good price, then I'll just keep it. But when I got this $60 offer, I talked to my husband and I said, do you want that? Are you going to wear that? And he said no. So I just took the $60. I did pay a little bit more for this. I paid $9 for it. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $39. Another pretty great profit. And I think this took 6 or 8 months to sell. When I had the pants, someone had donated multiple pairs of the pants, but when I had the pants, they sold quicker than the blazer did, and I think they sold in the $40 to $50 per pair. So definitely keep your eyes out for this brand. I sold quite a few men's pieces over the weekend, and coats, which I think is pretty interesting. So the next, this is a really heavy one. The next sale is a Carhartt jacket or coat. This is the really heavy canvas. It is lined in the faux Sherpa fleece. This is for people who are working out in the cold. It is a size 3, I think 3XL tall. So this took longer. I'm going to package this up off camera just because I'm going to have to wrestle with it. But this took quite a long time to sell. Maybe at a year or over a year. I did have it priced higher though. And as I've mentioned before, it seems like Carhartt is slowing down and not selling for as much as it used to or as quickly as it used to. However, you still want to check them out and see if they are vintage, if they have that blanket lining and certain features, if they're made in the USA, if they have an extra heavy zipper. Definitely look them up because the rare colors and the older Carhartt jackets are still selling for big money. So this ended up selling for $75. I paid $15 for it. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $45. Now I am pretty sure I'm going to have to upgrade the label on this to 6 pounds. And I think that's about $4.50. So that'll make my profit around $40, which is just fine. I'm happy to move this out. It's pretty bulky. You know, I like moving through coats because my coat racks are pretty full, and I'd like to sell some of the old stuff that I have so that I have room to get new coats for winter. Oh, if you've been watching my channel, you would have seen that a few weeks ago I sold a couch and then I sold a chair. Both of those were picked up by the shippers this morning, and they said that they should be delivered in 2 to 3 weeks to the buyers. One thing that I did want to mention is that their truck was full to the brim, and it was a big, like, if you bought like, what am I thinking here? Like furniture from a big brand, or you have like a big moving truck for moving cross country. It was a giant truck like that, and it was full with shipments. So the reason I'm telling you this is that people are paying to ship stuff, and that couch probably cost $600 or $700 to ship. The chair probably cost in the range of $500 to ship, and that is on top of what they paid me for it. People are spending money. People are buying expensive things. There are still there's still people out there that are spending money. So don't shy away from, you know, if you have the money to pay up to make a bigger profit on a nicer item, I would do it. You know, like I said, there are still people spending money and buying expensive things, and if you can capitalize on that, you should. I just don't want people to think that, you know, you only can sell lower dollar items in this business to be successful. And that is one way. That is a great way to be successful. If you have access to the bins or low cost inventory that you can turn and burn for lower amounts, and you can buy and sell and ship it out quickly, do it. I think that is a great business model too. It's just not my business model, and I don't have a bins near me. I don't have access to big bulk amounts of clothing. And plus, I just don't care for listing clothing as much as I do for other things. So don't go anywhere. This video will continue with what else I sell this week. As always, I would love it if you would subscribe and give my video a thumbs up, and I will be right back. It's still Monday, but I had a sale come in on Chairish, and I wanted to get that shipped out today with my other Chairish order that I had on Friday. I didn't get that in time, so it is this vintage stainless steel, just this little tray. It does have rosewood handles, and it's made in Denmark by Kalmar, Kalmar, I believe is what it is. I went through a phase where I just picked a bunch of these up because I thought they were cool, and I finally got them all listed. And this ended up selling for $59 plus a $3 packaging fee, so a total of $62. I only paid $1 for this at a yard sale or an estate sale. I was just seeing quite a few of them, and I thought they were cool. So after Chairish's fee and my cost of goods, that made my profit $48.02. I think that's great. It's going to be pretty easy to ship. It's really not that big. And I have a few more listed, but that one sale of $59 more than pays and makes all my money back for all the other ones. And it wasn't perfect either. I don't know if you can see, but it kind of has this mark in here. It's kind of faint, but anyways, they still bought it for $59 plus shipping. I think that is an awesome sale. Okay, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Hey, again, it's Wednesday, and I just have two things to ship out today, but they're both pretty good sales, so I am going to be happy about that. The first item that sold is this Karl Lagerfeld purse, and this was retail arbitrage. I picked this up at the yellow tag sale for Marshalls / TJ Maxx. And for those of you guys who regularly watch my videos, I had picked one of these up before that was a slightly darker color, and I picked it up before the yellow tag sale. I think it was just, it had just been marked down once. Let's see, I kind of changed my camera placement here and wondering if I'm getting cut off, but I'll move it for next time if needed. So that one, I think I paid like $60 or $50 or $60 for, I can't remember. But this one had gotten marked down to $30. So I grabbed it, and I think it's been right at a month since I listed it, and it's new with tags. Of course, I took the TJ or the Marshalls tag off and just left the other tag on. So it sold for $125, which is a little bit less than the comps maybe on this. But when I do retail arbitrage, I'm a little more motivated to turn and burn things quickly because my cost of goods is a little bit higher. But that still left me a profit of $68. I'm sorry, I can't remember. Did I say I paid about $32 for it? So I think that's a really great flip, quick flip, great profit on that. I am going to celebrate and be happy about that. That sold on Poshmark, of course. And this is the next item that sold, and it sold on Chairish.com. It is a vintage Danish modern decanter, and this is Holmegard. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Let me know in the comments down below if it's different, but this just has a really cool shape, and they call this a cluck decanter because apparently when you fill it up and then dump it out, it makes a certain noise. And you can see that it has the pontil scar on it here so that you know it is hand-blown glass. This took a really long time to sell. I've said this before that I don't pick up decanters anymore unless they are, you know, a certain name brand or something, because this, even though this ended up selling for $111, which is pretty great, it just took they just take too long to sell. Typically over a year. This has been listed, I think, over 2 years. And, you know, they just take up a lot of space. So I'm just not picking them up anymore until I sell off some of the ones that I have, because I probably have 10 or 15 more to sell. I only paid $8 for this. After Chairish's fee and my cost of goods, that made my profit $80.12. I'm happy with that. I'm going to package this up off camera. If you are interested in how I package my breakables, I do have a video about that linked in the description box below. And as always, I have the Chairish Seller's Guide also linked in the description box below, so you can learn more about selling on Chairish. That is it for today. I will be back on Friday or Saturday to share what else I sell. Hopefully it picks up a little bit. Okay, see you then. Hey again, it's Friday, and I've got 4 more things to ship out, and a few of them are pretty great sales, so I'm excited to share. The first item that sold is this Coach hat, and it is Angora and, or not Angora, no, alpaca and merino, 80% alpaca. This was actually given to me And I like the style of it. I'm just not really a purple gal, and so I just didn't reach for it, so I listed it. It sold for $30. I think I had it listed for $39, mostly just because of the material content. I figured it was a little bit more expensive originally, but I'm happy with that $30. It did take probably a year to sell, but it's possible that well, no, if it took a year, I listed it right before winter. Anyways, it's sold. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $24. Well, I didn't have a cost of goods because it was given to me. And, you know, sometimes it's hard to sell gifts, but if we're just not gonna wear them, then I think it's okay to pass them along to other people. That's my opinion anyways. Okay, so this next piece is a pretty exciting sale, and it is this funky cool vintage coat. It has fringe, it's really oversized, has big padded shoulders, more fringe on the sleeves. I picked this up because I thought it was really unique. And also, when I was at the Goodwill, I looked up this brand, and it turned out to be a pretty decent designer or artist. I don't know what you want to call it exactly. The Goodwill did have it priced at $24.99, but I had a 10% off coupon. So actually, I wrote my cost of goods down wrong. I paid 20. I thought that I paid 20, but I paid 22. Because this is so large, I am going to package it up off camera, but it ended up selling for $115. I had it listed for $149, I think, and I'd had it listed for 6 or 8 months. I bought it at the end of last winter, but I just couldn't pass it up. And it had recently been relisted by my Posher VA, and it was getting all sorts of attention. And I got an offer for $50 on an item that I had listed for $149. I rolled my eyes and I counteroffered her with $115. And of course, she just, you know, ghosted me. And then, like, I don't know, maybe couple hours later, this gal offered me $115 and I accepted. So that made my profit $70. I think that is great. That's really in the range of what I was hoping to get, between $100 and $120. So I think that is a good sale. And, you know, that's not a brand that, I'm not sure why the Goodwill had that price so high, maybe just because it was a cooler vintage piece, but that's not necessarily a brand that the Goodwill would know. And so it's something that you could keep your eyes out for. And maybe the brand name didn't even really have as much to do with it. So just keep your eyes out for unique vintage pieces. Okay, the next sale was this pair of Taos, T-A-O-S shoes. And I like, this is a comfort shoe brand, and the styles are pretty decent. So if I can find these for reasonable prices, under $5, I will pick them up. These were in really excellent condition. They do kind of have a burnished looking toe, but they came like that. And they sold for $30. I paid $4 for these. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $20. I think that's just fine, and they didn't take a terribly long time to sell either. I don't know exactly how long, but sometimes this brand can take a little bit longer to sell if you want to wait for higher prices. I've sold some of the sandals for as much as like $45 or $50, but they took a really long time to sell. So I decided with these that I would price them a little bit lower and just move them through. I didn't, you know, I don't think that this brand is super special to where I want it you know, hanging around or anything. Did I say that? I paid $4 for them and my profit was 20. Sorry, I think I have short-term memory loss or sometimes because I feel like I can't remember if I just told you something or not. I sure hope not. Okay, and then I had a pretty exciting sale on Chairish, and it is another one of these vintage home crest tables. And it, as you can see, it's just really not very large. And you know, it has this white mesh on top. It's not in perfect condition. It has scuffs. It has a little bit of rust and chipping, but it ended up selling for $224 plus a $30 packaging fee. So $254. For those of you who are new here on Chairish, you can charge a packaging fee, which is in addition to the shipping fee, and the buyer pays both. So that will take me a little bit of time and a lot of materials to package. So that's why I charge that extra amount. I only paid $5 for that at an estate sale. So Chairish charges a range of fees. I pay 22% because I pay for a store subscription. So after their fee and my cost of goods, that made my profit $199.72. Woohoo! I think that only took around 6 months to sell, so not a terribly long time. Like I said, it's Friday. If I have more sales, I will come back tomorrow and share them with you. If I don't, then T-Bird will do an outro. Okay, don't go anywhere. This video will continue with what else I sell or with T-Bird. Okay, I'll be right back. Hey again, I didn't end up having any more sales, unfortunately, but it turned out to be a decent week. So my total sales for the week was $1,085. My total cost of goods was $120, and my total profit was $748.26. I sold a total of 13 items, which made my average sale price $83.46. I think that is awesome. My average cost of goods was $9.23, and my average profit was $57.56 per item. That is really, really great. Of course, I did have a couple higher dollar sales that put that over, but my lowest sale amount this week was $26, and most of my other sales were, you know, in the $50 to $100 range, which is really what I would love to have all of the time. Okay, now I will add some clips of Millie and T-Bird. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Get him! Get him! Woo! Where is he? Where is he? Breakables! Where's he at? Better get him. Better get him.